Citygear 2014. I'm Peter Krithry. I'm the marketing manager for Sony's large sensor cameras. And here at Citygear we're showing a tremendous amount of 4K solutions today. Everything from the economical A7S all the way up to the F65, which is for the high-end digital motion picture production. We also have professional displays and consumer televisions. So the reality of 4K is here. It's cost effective, it's easy to work with. You can do it all from a laptop. The advantage of the Sony technology is that we do very elegant, very visually lossless compression technology that makes it very cost effective and very fast and very easy to work with. The reality of 4K is, regardless of the camera technology you use, there's a typical recipe you have to follow. You record the files, you then ingest the files into your laptop or your desktop computer, you edit the files or you grade with the files, and then you output it and deliver it to your client. So the way that Sony works with our technology is we have a number of different solutions from the low end all the way to the high end. So for an economical, for a very cost-effective and very easy workflow package, you can use, for example, the FS700, and you can record to the Odyssey 7Q, the 4K files, and then you can transfer those to the computer and edit with them natively in the NLE and in the grading software. On, say for example, the F5 or F55, we have our XAVC format, which is Advanced Video Coding, H.264, where you can record 4K at only 240 megabits per second, which is a little bit more than HD ProRes at 220 megabits, for example. And very easily, you can decode on a laptop computer using any number of different software solutions, whether from Sony or a third party, whether it's nonlinear editing, whether it's grading or finishing, and so forth, transcoding. And we offer a number of different plugins that you can work with our files to natively edit and grade with those files. Aside from the plugins, you've also got native support from, for example, Adobe Premiere Pro. They work with our files without any use of plugins, and it's a very elegant, very easy, very cost-effective workflow. So we can produce files that are much smaller than the competitors' 4K files, which are actually smaller than uncompressed HD. And you're in 4K, and they're very light and very easy to work with. You can do it from a laptop.
Hi, I'm Mark Weir with Sony Corporation, and I'm going to show you the new A7S digital camera. So this is the latest of our A7 series models. It's an interchangeable lens camera with a full-frame image sensor. It's the world's lightest and smallest full-frame digital camera. And this has some unique advantages for film shooters, in addition to having extraordinarily low light capability and very wide dynamic range. It can shoot video and stills at up to 409,000 ISO, and it's been rated at 15.3 stops of dynamic range. So it's a tremendous tool for video and still shooters. These are the controls for exposure. We've set the camera to manual exposure control. We can set iris with the front control wheel. We can set shutter angle with the rear control wheel. White balance is accessible from the function menu.
So if you buy this, you get this monitor. That's just a monitor. Yeah, it's a monitor.
And as you can see, because it's an electronic viewfinder, you can see the effect of color as white balance is being changed. It also has some great capabilities in terms of full HD and 4K recording. It can record full HD at 24p, 30p, or 60p internally with 3 different codecs, XAVCS, AVCHD, or MP4. It can also shoot 120 frames per second at 1280 by 720 for great slow motion. But what a lot of people are very interested in is its 4K capability. It becomes one of only 2 cameras that can record 4K video on a full-frame image sensor. It's the only one in the world that can use the whole width of the sensor to record 4K video. It outputs 6G HDMI, and you can record the 4K to an external recorder of your choice, and you can shoot 24p or 30p for the 4K. So when you're ready to output to an external recorder, just open this door. You have a micro HDMI terminal here. Plug this industry standard cable into the jack, and now HDMI output to your external recorder. So to give you an idea of some of the external 4K recorders, right now the Blackmagic HyperDeck Studio Pro can record 4K directly from the camera. in Apple ProRes or your choice of codecs. Also, you can use the Asia Key Pro Quad. That's an external 4K recorder. And coming soon, the Adamus Shogun will work very nicely with this camera. That'll be available in the fall. And the Convergent Design Odyssey 7Q will become compatible with this camera soon. Here we have an A7S rigged out in a kit. Obviously the matte box will prevent any stray light from coming into the lens, and also gives you filter options. External XLR kit for XLR or wireless mics. We have a shotgun mic mounted to it now. Focus pulling for very precise focus and rack shots. And then external monitor so that you can frame from point away from the camera. We have a full set of rails here to mount all of these devices to the camera. The lens that's being used here is a Carl Zeiss 135mm f1.8 lens, and we're fitting it to the camera with an A-mount to E-mount lens adapter. It also has a very short distance from lens mount to image sensor. This is important because it gives you the opportunity to use a variety of lenses. Here is a Carl Zeiss 25mm t2.9 E-mount lens. So this is a Cine Prime with geared focus and aperture rings, typically used in a rig. So this adapter is custom made to adapt E-mount to Canon EF mount. By attaching it to the camera, you have now restored the flange back distance common to a Canon SLR. There are also pins and a microcomputer in the adapter. The camera can control the lens, can operate its autofocus system, and can operate its iris. And this is one of the great advantages of a mirrorless camera, because there is space between the lens mount and a third-party lens for manufacturers to create adapters. It has not only great low-light sensitivity, but great low-light autofocus capability. You can autofocus in as little as -4 EV. So you can really turn night into day and shoot in light that's so low you can't even see it. Really putting tremendous 4K video capability into the hands of shooters very efficiently.
For more information, please visit our website at www.digitalcinemacourse.com.